So it's like 8:30 at night when we arrive, and we're all huddled outside, and I'm trying to keep a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old quiet. And so she's coming to the door at 8:30 at night to sign for a FedEx package, but she was totally blown away.
No, I bet she was so happy to see you and the grandbabies.
Yeah.
All right, so the running joke, even though, yes, it was a joke, but also I'm just trying to help a man out to make sure I get the Mother's Day of my dreams. I had given my husband, had sent him an email and had detailed for you guys last week every single moving part from yesterday to make sure I had a good Mother's Day. And let me say, my man's crushed it.
Really?
I mean, crushed it. So I asked for, at 10 a.m., a small cappuccino from Alon's Bakery and a pain au chocolat to be delivered to my bed for breakfast in bed. Alon's doesn't have stevia, so we were going to have to use stevia from our stash downstairs. And I needed the croissant microwave for approximately 7 seconds for that perfect toastiness. 10 o'clock on the dot, Jimmy and Bart come upstairs with a tray that has a chocolate croissant, my small cappuccino, and a stevia. So I'm like, all right, this is promising. And then Bart literally has to grab Jimmy out of the bed and carries him upside down downstairs so I could sit there and just scroll Instagram and do my Mother's Day post, which I did. At 12:30, I went and did yoga, had a great yoga sesh. And then after that, walked next door to Detox and got me a smoothie. Came home, took a shower by myself, per requested. Got out of the shower. Bart comes up at 2:30. He's like, "Are you ready?" And I'm like, "Okay, so I need 10 more minutes." But yeah, he goes, "Do you want us to bring it up here? Do you want to come down?" I'm like, "I'll come downstairs." And I had requested as gifts a peony plant because, Bart gives me hydrangea plants for anniversaries, and now Jimmy's gift for me is a peony plant and just a homemade card. So I come downstairs. They're both hiding in the playroom. And Jimmy's like, "Mama, go sit down." So I go sit down in the kitchen. He brings out his homemade card that had a love heart on it, which was so sweet. And then I'm like, "Okay, he's like, "You ready for your gift, Mama?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And so I thought they were going to go get the plant and bring it out. And then I was going to be on my way to Bistro Nico to have late lunch by myself. No, they come out with this little bitty box.
Aww.
This tiny little box that was wrapped impeccably. So I know neither one of them did it. And it was so funny because Jimmy hands me the box and I'm like, "Oh my goodness." And he looks at me and goes, "Mom, it's a ring."
Couldn't hold it.
No, before I could even. So I open it up and these fools went to Worthmore Jewelers and got me a gorgeous ring that is Jimmy's birthstone.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Wow. It is beautiful.
Yes.
Is that a cushion cut I see?
I believe so.
Stunning.
It's actually like a little mini engagement ring. It's very similar to my engagement ring, but yeah, it's my new right hand ring.
Wow.
And it's Jimmy's birthstone. And I was like, "What?"
I imagine you weren't too upset they went rogue.
No.
Okay.
No, not in the least bit.
So no peony?
No peony, but I think this is a good substitute.
I'd say.
Yeah, I'd take that.
What is this birthstone? Is that an aquamarine?
Mm-hmm.
The beautiful light blue shade.
Yeah. March's aquamarine, and so that's his birthstone. So then at that point, I was like, well, this is a more extravagant gift than I anticipated. Do I still go and do my late lunch, blah, blah, blah? And of course I did. So then I went to Bistro Nico and I sat there by myself. I brought my book. I sat there by myself and I had a lovely little 3-course meal, just taking my sweet time. And then it was like, okay, do I go across the street and get a foot massage or do I get profiteroles? And I really wanted a sweet treat. So I opted for dessert at Bistro Nico and sat there and had another glass of wine and then went home where I kid you not, I walked in the door and there on the counter waiting for me per my request in my email, a chilled glass of Sauvignon Blanc.
Wow.
Perfect.
Bart handled bath time and bedtime and then end scene. It was amazing. So listen, I 10 out of 10 recommend if you got a man that struggles with gift giving and if you want to ensure you have your version of what is a perfect Mother's Day, Send that man an email. Just give him an itinerary and let him do his thing.
He gave you the gift
Time
of
to get buzzed on the hot goss from Hollywood with Abby. It's the Bert Show's entertainment buzz.
He gave you the gift of following instructions.
He did.
I love that for you.
I didn't have to make one decision all day, Abby.
That sounds so lovely.
That's beautiful.
It was.
Okay, this is quickly becoming my new favorite entertainment story to report on because I just can't believe how delightfully unhinged it is. We got to talk about Bill Belichick and his little concubine girlfriend. So this is everything to do with Bill Belichick's new girlfriend, Jordan Hudson, who is 24 years old, by the way. I think she's competing in the Miss Maine pageant this weekend, or I don't know if they've crowned a winner yet, but I kept seeing headlines pop up, and I was like, I'm too busy with my actual family. I'm going to focus on this week.
That's fair.
Well, anyway, but stories were coming out earlier in the weekend talking about how she allegedly got banned from all the UNC football facilities. So Bill Belichick is currently the head coach of the UNC Tar Heels, and it was very controversial a couple of weeks or a couple months back. He had requested that any of the official emails between him and the football staff be forwarded to Jordan Hudson, his girlfriend, which everyone thought was a little suspicious. Like, okay, it's one thing to have this young, hot girlfriend to like trot around, but to have her included in all of your business dealings feels a little suspicious. Now people are even feeling like maybe she is... There have been jokes going around that she's like his dominatrix, like she's kind of running stuff because of that weird CBS interview that came out and she kind of shut down some of the questions. So then she also looked like his PR manager. There just seems to be this very weird dynamic where she is clearly running things behind the scenes for this 73-year-old man.
So does she have like a title per se? Like, is she a business manager? Is she a personal assistant? Or is she just still functioning and making these requests as his girlfriend?
If she does have an official title, I don't think we know what it is. But
BC.
BC?
Business concubine.
I did see on Gronk and what's the other guy's name? Julian Edelman. Yeah, their podcast. They referenced some other Patriots front office member, like they compared her to him, like she's running things like this guy did. I can't remember what his name is. So
The Bert Show.